$20 gift card or something.
Maybe it should be the Munchie shooting a zero pose.
Yeah, I mean, if our sponsor is Richard's Sporting Goods and they're selling bow and arrows, like I said, we're not giving away free game, right? So we're not just going to do that for anybody. And if they have something like that, we will have maybe guys will start doing that pose to say, "Hey, I'll put me in the running," right?
And then and then you're gonna get feedback from guys in the East of certain celebrations. So to try to find something that'll be a little bit more, I guess, not specific to one player, but
or just have
right.
Or just
no one
have
else
a
is going to want
collage
to
of,
do that.
or just have a collage of everyone else, or have a collage intro of everyone's celebration.
Well, look, the point is that celebration that we're talking about is something that the sponsor will be celebrating that sponsor, right? So if it's Titleist golf, it could be a golf swing, right? And everybody knows that that's what you're trying to say, like, hey, that play belongs, right? Or something along those lines.
That might be for, like, I feel like for that case, it should be like if the offensive player 3-on-1 or something like that. But if it's like celebration, that would mean like every celebration that happens is going to be a golf swing, for example.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So, and you and I are thinking the same way. So, Sin City Chaos just said that he's asking his guys about going down. So while we're here, we just announced that Vegas is not doing its Winter War as originally prescribed. We're going to do a weekend tournament on February 1st and 2nd and invite everybody from around the country to come do the damn thing. We didn't have any teams register by the 12/5 team registration deadline, so we had to pivot. Like, I couldn't risk allowing it to stand and then having everybody not show up and not have enough people. So we flexed it. So we got $1,000 entry fee, 25 player max. We're going to do a guaranteed 4 games type situation, $1,000 base prize, and then every team that joins, $250 gets added to the prize pool.
All right.
Yeah, Brent, you know what? I didn't even think about that. Brent said, so Brent's original message came from the Sin City Chaos. They no longer exist. I told you, Vegas beat them so bad, Sin City's no longer a thing. I'm just playing.
The Chaos are done, huh?
Chaos are done.
That whole situation got that bad, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a by choice or by demand type thing, but they are done. So they will not be coming back.
So then, what happens with? Are they adding another team? Is it just now?
They're adding other teams to be named later. There was another team that was already going to be involved called the Columbus Explorers. A lot of guys are involved with that now.
And
Columbus Explorers is pretty cool.
And a lot of them have been dispersed amongst the Heist and the Crush as we speak from the Chaos.
I think most of them went to the Crush. Now that I remember. Thank you.
Nobody wants to go to Olentangy? Oh, shocker.
Hey, look, the Insomniacs hadn't won a game before they became the premier team of the A7FL. Don't be afraid to take a team that is not doing much and turning into something special.
Factual statement.
I go to Olentangy, Ohio.
Yeah. All right, so stats and things like that, we're going to be kind of reliant on what comes from the league. There might be some developments in stats that might help us out, or we can download that information ahead of time too, so that those can come into the graphics.
We need our own version of Cole. We need our own Cole. That would be nice to have.
But we could actually hire Cole too. So, well, look, there's some things happening behind the scenes. There's a partner that may come on board and a grant that we're trying to get. And if we get it, stats will almost have to be a part of the league. So if that happens, it's over. It'll be every game. plus game of the week games, and it's done and dusted. Vegas is going to have a statistician on staff regardless. I'm going to hire a referee to take stats for every one of our games, not a player, because every time I try to hire a player, they just screw me out of money, and I get 70% of the stats I need. So I'm done with that. So we're going to hire a professional to do the work and be done.
That works. That'll work out.
I mean, because it would be nice to give the viewers, actual stats of if someone's having a good game. It'd be nice to say so and so's got 5 catches for 110 yards and 2 TDs. It'd be nice to say to give that player that accolade.
Well, Dub, you know that 27% of statistics are made up on the spot, so you can just say the shit and be good to go.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Rough estimate. We'll give him a rough estimate.
No. So, we're going to have live statisticians for the spring for Vegas regardless. If this grant comes in, then I won't have to be the one paying for it. Is all it boils down
to. Are we also under the impression that every single division is going to be recording or filming, live streaming their games?
It's one of the things that I'm pushing for. A minimum of a single camera shoot with broadcaster for every single game. So we could end up with some grainy highlights from there as well, but we will have minimum a like an all 22 type shot of every game moving forward if I get my way.
I was gonna say because I don't want to hear shit from any of the teams going like, oh, how come our highlights weren't there? Well, y'all didn't film it, so that's on you. So y'all better get on your whoever's running it down there to be able to get something going if y'all want to get recognized the way you want to be recognized.
It's so up in the air as to who's responsible for that in each spot, especially specifically Florida. Like they've been asking for their film for 3 years now since I got involved. Funny, JB said Corey should do the stats because he always brings his up.
He probably takes his own.
I wouldn't imagine. He probably calculates them as he's going. Like, oh, that was a completion. Got 22 yards on that one.
Another 10, another 15, another 20.
Right,
nice.
Another 13. That's 35.
Ooh, -6. Damn. All right.
My completion percentage is 67.8.
And James also asked for awards for each division, so that's going to be
on.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That'd be like doing conference awards in the NFL. But I get it. I mean, we are more college than we are NFL, so I'm here for it. We did it. We did it the first season. Actually, gave out some money for it too.
I feel like we should leave that up to the divisions. The division, like we can have our stuff, but like the divisions, if they want to push for each teams and stuff like that, they want to push for a certain player to be their quote unquote champion.
Yeah.
Like that should be on it. Because again, if there are some cases to where we have no game film, like I'm not going to call somebody, oh, this guy's the best player in the division if I have no film on them.
Right.
Like if I have nothing to back that up, it's like, so y'all need to be able to, if you're gonna make this case, you need to show us why.
Well, look, and you're absolutely right. And how we did it in Vegas was we had a bunch of the Vegas pundits on who watched every game clearly, and we did an all Vegas All-Star team, right? It was after the Fall Brawl, and that was one of our best episodes we ever did. Why we haven't come back to it? Because the other side of the ball has become a national show. We're not just Vegas focused anymore, so it's hard to spend time just focusing on the best 14, 15, 16 Vegas guys at position. So we did this whole national thing. Now that we have the top 50 national, once that's all said and done, we could probably narrow it down to just Vegas, but that's what happened. And Matt is on, and Matt Ryan made a very good point. If you have someone to do that, great. It's a lot of work. And as a show, we can certainly do that, and we could tackle each division and do it, and that would be fun as the season begins to wrap, or the season is wrapped. We could certainly do that and continue our Monday night show into the off season, starting with that type of thing, if we have the content, right? If we got the content, easy. If we don't, so sorry. And we put that on the division owners, like, hey, you guys provide us with your film so we can watch these games. Give us the YouTube links. We'll go back and watch them. Give us some actually give us highlights of your games so we can watch them in a cut down 20-minute form, and we can see who's really doing what out there. And then, we can do an Ohio breakdown show. We can do an Indy breakdown show. We can do a Florida breakdown show. But until that happens, all we know is what we hear about in the chats when people put their highlights up, and we know who's doing what. I mean, we all think Logo and Bagway are two of the greatest guys that ever played in this league because one game that we saw in Vegas. I don't know what they did before or after that. I saw Bagway play one game before that. That's it.
No, but it's just, again, because people need to understand this at this point. If we're going to grow this league the way we've been talking about it the last, 5 years at least, then I think, especially divisions need to put a serious step forward when it comes to marketing their divisions, marketing everything it is that they're doing to be able to bring more people in to continue that quote unquote expansion.
Right.
Because if we don't have that, if there's nobody, and I get what Matt's saying, like you got to find somebody to do it, and I understand that, but that's where the owners and stuff such as yourself, division owners, that when you come into this league, it's not just kind of like you're running a semi-pro team and a cash grab, and just players pay their fees and you're good to go. Like there needs to be more put into this because the traction that this league has right now needs to be capitalized on.
Yep.
And if it's not all hands on deck, everybody from every division is putting the work in to market this league the way it should, then don't sit back and go, oh, well, we thought it was going to be this, but you didn't put in the work. Your division didn't put in the work.
Derek, are you really the legitimate real division owner? Because it seems like you're the only one that is actually owning a division. I don't know if the Northeast technically has one, or Ohio technically has one, or
the Northeast does not have one. Ohio has one that is as good as me, if not better. He's just not public about it. Like Joe Perez that dude is an absolute genius that has a ton of things going. He's doing for his guys behind the scene. He's just not out there with it like I am. Like he's creating. He's got an ASL Cincinnati app. A7FL Cincinnati app. He's got a coin app. Like the dude's a tech guy, so he's spending all his time at tech. Where I'm a communications guy, so what you see is me putting my best foot forward.
Okay. So,
but fellas, I told my wife I was going to do this for 30 minutes, and it's been 51 minutes. So I'm going to not get castrated today and say thank you for what we got so far. Let's keep talking. I'm going to take these notes. I guess I can grab them somehow. I'll just screenshot it real quick. And let's get back in the chat and set up another time to do this very soon. We got a couple months, so maybe every week thing, not Sundays at 3:00 though, because that's cutting into football watching time.
Yeah, for sure.
And
we'll get it all figured out. We got time in between, but we'll get the foot on the pedal to get the acceleration moving.
Sorry, it's taking me forever for an app to load so I can copy and paste this damn thing. I guess I can just do it in the chat, huh? See, there, boom, there, and close that. And then that was the last one. Okay, and then best selling type sponsor. All right, y'all. Well,
hell yeah.
It's getting close to Christmas. That's a wrap.
Sounds good.
Get it. Come on, man.
That's a wrap.
I got a 13-month-old, man. Y'all got to help me with my dad jokes. I'm trying to get it going.
I got it.
All right, y'all be well. Thank you for jumping on here today, and thank you for all Thank you to all the fans and contributors who popped in and helped out to make this thing a little bit better. I appreciate it. Y'all be good. See you around the bend. I'll see you on the other side of the ball.
See.